carburetor, you know, stuff like that, because let's face it, they're going to break down. They are. And when you keep it simple, it's super easy to fix.
Yep.
You can carry a fuel filter in the glove box. You can carry a couple basic things, piece of fuel line. You can carry a couple spark plugs. You know, you can carry whatever. You can carry a few things in the truck that are known things to fail. And if you have those and you got a jump pack and stuff like that, you can fix just about anything with a couple screwdrivers and a crescent wrench and a pair of needle nose.
That's where my jet boat is.
Yeah. so you're familiar. Yeah. You're starting to knock off some of the big pieces to fix.
The bag has gotten smaller for what you need to go out.
Yeah. The toolbox is down to like a little Ziploc bag now instead of like the big old chest.
A flashlight and a flare gun. That's it.
Right. But as you can see with most of everything we have out here, we like to keep them original.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know how much you looked on our Instagram page.
I did.
Facebook and stuff like that, or our website and stuff.
I looked at your website.
You know, I like them original. Like, you know, my personal trucks, like the step side and the short wide and stuff, or long wide over there. Mm-hmm. Those are original paint, original interior, original wheels and tires. Mm-hmm. You know, or wheels, new tires, but.
Like that headliner, gotta have the factory headliner.
Those perforated cardboard. That's all it is.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's all it is. And they sprayed it with paint, basically.
Really?
Yeah,
there's nothing on it?
No, not unless if you got a really deluxe model with the fancy interior, there's a strip of asbestos insulation on the top. But most of them didn't even have insulation, just cardboard. There's 2 screws and 4 fittings to hold them on. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, they repop them. You can still buy them.
It looks great.
Yeah, basic.
And the seat, same thing. Mm-hmm. Between that old pickup truck my grandfather used to drive me in and the 3 in the Tree Valiant that he had.
Yep.
You know, I spent most of my life staring at his feet.
Trying to figure out how that all was working.
Trying to figure out what's he doing every time we go through one of those balls.
How does that make sense that actually works? Yeah. I taught both my boys how to drive a stick on that step side right there. They can both jump in that truck and drive that. If I let them, they could drive to town and back in that truck right there in a 4-speed truck, you know, V8 4-wheel drive, old school.
Is that like the Chevy Leafs that you were telling me about on something like?
You can put them on. Those are all stock suspension still, but yeah, you can put Chevy Leafs on them. I'm actually working with Lee, who is one of the family owners of Skyjacker Suspension.
Okay.
Been working with him. I met up with him at Trail Hero last year. And we talked about doing the Chevy lift kit and Chevy. If you buy a Rancho lift kit or you buy a Skyjacker, you buy any lift kit, the leaf springs
all come from the same place.
Well, they all fit these trucks because the spacing is the same on the Internationals as it was on the Chevys. That's why it's interchangeable.
Gotcha.
So if you got on Skyjacker's website and you bought a 4-inch lift kit with lift blocks in the back, springs for the front, and then shackles, and then 4 shocks. That will literally bolt on the D-Series trucks because the square body D-Series and the square body Chevys all have
same length.
Yeah, the axles are interchangeable. Everything's interchangeable.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this truck here, this crew cab, we're putting Chevy axles on this truck.
Are they just stronger?
You just get all the parts easier.
Oh, that's true.
So this truck's getting this truck was 2-wheel drive from the factory, and we just. Yeah, no drivetrain we got it. So it's got a brand new 392 big block, brand new trans, brand new 205 transfer kit. We converted it to hydro and power brake, power steering, air conditioning, aluminum radiator. So we have a shop in Sweet Home that it's really funny. It's Radiator Supply House, Icebox Performance. They supply all the cooling systems for all the car shows on the Discovery Channel.
Okay.
Like that's their claim to fame.
Okay.
Well, they love us and we're good friends with them. They think what we do is super cool. So they built us our own line of radiators for these trucks that you can only buy through them. We have our own part numbers and everything. So we can put aluminum radiators and transfers in these now. So anyway, so this truck will have, mechanically it's going to be new, but he wants the old body, the old paint, wet sand it and polish it, you know, that's it. He doesn't want to paint it. And we're putting, this has got a Dana 44 axle from a 73 to 87 Chevy, 14 bolt full float rear, and then we put the disc brake kit on the rear. So it's got 4-wheel disc brakes, 410 gears, and then I'll have lemon slip in the rear and power brakes and power steering. So drive like, it's leaf sprung, but it'll drive like a new truck.
Yeah. And
if he has a hub failure or a brake failure or caliper failure,
he can
walk in the factory, Napa, and they've got all the parts on the shelf every day.
Wow.
Yeah. So this truck's going to Pennsylvania, and he plans to pull his camper and his boat with it and drive it everywhere.
That's epic.
Yeah.
This is a hard truck to find, isn't it?
These are hard trucks to find. Very hard. And if you walk around here, you'll find about 7 or 8 or 9 of them because I grab every one I can. I just bought one out of California yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. So it'll be here on Thursday.
Wow.
So
This is epic. This is like dreamland. Like I'm ready to retire. This is what I mean.
well, there's nothing easy about it, but I definitely enjoy it every day. I tell you, there's no bad days when you get to do what you love, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's my crew cab over there. Short box, one on the left right there.
Okay.
So that was a 100 truck before I got
Wow,
it.
that thing still got a shine on it.
Got 400,000 miles on it.
No way.
391,000. It's been painted on a couple times. It's original color, but it has been painted on a couple times. Yeah, that truck came out of Cottage Grove, Oregon. Bought it from the grandson, whose grandfather bought it brand new. I have a 3-ring binder like this of everything that's ever been done to that truck since it was brand new.
What's in that?
392, big block. It's automatic, power steering, power brakes, 3/4 ton camper special, but it's a 2-wheel drive. He pulled a 31-foot Airstream with it and had a topper on the back and went to every national park in the lower 48 with his kids with it.
My grandfather drove his all the way to Alaska.
Yep.
With the camper on the back with my grandma down the crappiest roads in the world in a 2-wheel drive international. And
Yep. I grew up in the back of a 71 Travelall that had was Harvest Gold. Was this color with the wood paneling on the side. It was 2-wheel drive, but it was a big block full load. And my grandpa had a car top boat where you used to load them on the top, and had the wheel
Yep.
chalk things in the back, and then you or me when we were kids, they're like, okay, go get the 9
Drag
horsepower
it.
Evinrude, throw it in the back of the truck, you
Yeah.
know? And then we pulled a little 21-foot tandem axle Shasta trailer behind that, and that was what we went camping in out Cascade Lakes Highway when we lived in the valley. So we camped out at Devil's Lake and Elk Lake.
Coming
and
up over the
Cultus,
grades.
Coming up over the grade over Hoodoo and Sandy Am. Camp out there every summer from when I was in diapers to when I was like 16, 17 years old. That's what we drove. Make sure you guys like, tag, share, and follow, and help us continue to tell the stories of these trucks.